Hello guys, hope all of you are doing very well. Today we are going to see the video number 217, and in this short video we will be discussing about Sadhguru and his encounter with snakes. There are some interesting things which had happened earlier when Sadhguru was a small boy. So that is what we are going to see here. Okay, you see, right from childhood, this Jaggi Vasudev used to be very fond of snakes. You know, the minute you hear the word snake, or when you utter the word snake, you are scared. Even our adults, men and women and children, you know, we are afraid of seeing snakes. Some fear is there. Why? Because we know that the snakes are not all snakes, but snakes are in general poisonous, and if they attack us, the poison will definitely lead us to death. So that much of awareness is there. So we are afraid of seeing snakes. So in this situation, this young boy, Jaggi Vasudev, was not at all afraid of snakes. In fact, he was very fond of snakes, and very elegantly he used to catch snakes. And in some households, if a snake enters by mistake, they will come in search of this boy, because Jaggi Vasudev will go and very effortlessly he will catch the snake and bring it out. And as a boy, Sadhguru says that he had never taken any pocket money from his father. That's because when he was in class 6, he started earning. How? That is, in Mysore there was an institute, there was a central institute where maybe they are doing research with snakes. He has not mentioned much about that, but he says that if you catch and give them some snakes, depending upon the length of the snake, they will give us money, it seems. So up to 3 feet, 50 rupees. Beyond that, 25 rupees, 50 rupees, 75 rupees, like that. Rates are fixed. So on Saturdays, when he was in school, that is during his school days, on Saturdays in the afternoon, he will set out for a journey to catch snakes. He used to catch minimum 3 or 4 snakes, give it to the Central Institute, and they used to pay him 150 or 200, like that, depending upon the length of the snake and the nature of the snake. So at that time, in 1960s, when he was a young boy studying in class 6th, 200 rupees was a big amount, isn't it? So he could manage all his needs by himself. That's why he never approached his parents for taking pocket money. Okay, and this is how it was. Then see, so like that, he was very fond of catching snakes, playing with snakes, and looking after them. And one day, there was in a tube light factory, a snake had come inside. So all the employees came out of the factory. Then this boy, he went, he caught the snake. It was 12 feet long cobra. Cobra itself is so life-threatening to look at, to talk about. And it is not a small cobra, 12 feet long. This boy caught it and he brought it out. But this time he did not feel like selling it for money. He said, the boy thought, it is so beautiful, I will keep it. Like that, he came and he hid it under his bed, maybe under the cot. And this tube light factory people, for catching the snake and for helping them out of the situation, they had given him a long glass jar inside which he can put the snake. So like that, they have given him a big glass jar free of cost for catching and helping them. So he brought both home. For the time being, he hid the snake under his blanket or under his cot, and he slept. The next day, he took the snake up to the terrace, to his own fantasy world, and he took the glass jar also there. And after that, whenever he goes to school, he used to put the snake inside, close it 3/4, so that 1/4 of the jar, mouth of the jar is open, so that air goes inside, and it enables the snake to breathe, which that keeping the lid not fully closed helped the snake to keep breathing. Then when he returns from the school, he used to let it out. That also it used to go around the terrace, and then in the night again he will put it inside. Like that it went on for some time. Both of them became very friendly. And one day during the daytime, Sadhguru had gone out, and he had gone out for something. And inside the house, people could hear the hissing sound of the snake. Dr. Vasudev, Sadhguru's father, was there. He searched everywhere and he found out a 12 feet long cobra. All the family members got really scared, and there was so much of commotion inside the house. Without knowing any of these things, Sadhguru coolly walked inside, and he was astonished to see all the members standing on the sofas and chairs. They dare not put their legs down for the fear of the snake coming and biting. Then Sadhguru took it out, and but his father was very furious. He said, "You have to leave him out." Then he said, okay. Then he took the snake to the terrace, and he built a cage for the snake in the terrace, and he kept it locked inside the terrace, inside the cage in the terrace for 3 years. So they were having a very friendly relationship for 3 years. But after that, what he did with the snake, he is not mentioning. Maybe after that it grew big, and so he let it out. Something must have happened. So like this, he was very pally with all the snakes. But in one incident, something negative happened. That is, as usual, maybe during the holidays, he used to take his father's scooter, and he used to go to nearby hillocks, rocks, rock climbing, trekking. All these things are usually done by this Jaggi Vasudev boy. So like that, one day as he was going up the hill, in the crevice, he could see a snake. He could identify that, and he pulled it out. Suddenly what happened? 2 snakes came. Maybe the 2 snakes were mating, something, they must be mating. So when he pulled out one snake, the other snake also came out, and very fiercely it stung the foot of Sadhguru. 3 times it attacked, and so he immediately he understood the situation. He threw both the snakes out, and he started planning. In the sense, he knew that the venom has reached his blood. And all of us are so scared of snakes because we know because of snake bite the venom is injected into the body and it results in the death. That's why all of us are scared. See, we have poisonous snakes and non-poisonous snakes, but we don't know to differentiate. So we see all the snakes as poisonous snakes only, to be on the safe side, isn't it? So when the venom started spreading, the boy could identify, because see what happens when the snake is biting through the teeth. It sends the venom into our body, and the venom gets mixed with the blood. It is not in the muscle or anywhere. It is not in a local place. The blood is circulating all over our body, and the venom is put into the blood stream. So it is spread quickly all over the body, and the blood gets coagulated. It gets thickened, and so the heart is not able to pump the blood. So no blood supply to the brain, no blood supply to the lungs, and this is how we collapse due to the venom injected into the blood only. People die. This the boy also knew, and the boy also knew one more point. If this dying process, if it is to be delayed, at least there is an antidote for it, for the venom. That is drinking plenty of black tea. Black tea is tea made without adding without adding milk. So he knew that. So he took the scooter, he came down off the rock, and he ran into the village. He rode the bike so fast to the village, and on seeing the first house in the village, he entered into the house. There was an old lady. Very quickly he explained, and he wanted her to prepare some black tea. Black tea means not half a glass or 1 glass of black tea. He requested her, please make a pot full of black tea, 5 or 6 glasses of black tea. The lady was astonished, bewildered, but still finally she decided to make. She could also smell something going wrong with the boy. So immediately she made a pot full of black tea and brought. He drank the whole thing, and then he rode the scooter home. After entering his house, he thought, how about reporting this matter to my dad? Then he thought, no, then they will admit me in the hospital, then they will do the stomach wash, this and that. Let me see what is going to happen. Let's see. Like that, he did not tell this to anyone. Just to see the courage. As he went in the evening, he went home. He did some asanas, took his dinner, and went to bed. By the time he went to bed, he could feel the heaviness in his eyelids. But he just slept for 12 hours. After that, he got up. This is how this Jaggi Vasudev was. It was almost like a rebirth. And maybe what I feel is that boy is destined to become Sadguru, to lead millions of people towards spirituality. He is destined to do that, and that is why he was escaped from the, even though, see, the 2 snakes were cobras. Even after the biting of a cobra, he was rescued from it naturally just by drinking black tea. It's only the wish of the universe that this boy has to grow up, because the universe knew that this black sheep is going to be a shepherd in future, and he is going to graze the human beings. We are all gifted That's why nothing happened to him at that time. Okay. You see, you may wonder, some of you may wonder, why madam is making such videos. Wow. What is there? If the boy is friendly with the snake, okay, that's all. But it is not a small matter. As far as I am concerned, I have learned 2 lessons which I want to share with you. See, as a boy of 6th standard, he is catching snakes, he is making money. That is not a big thing for us. What is the lesson we have to learn from here? That is what matters. What is the lesson? What happens when the venom gets into our blood? Okay. And more than that, black tea is an antidote for the venom. That is one lesson. Another lesson is, when all of us are scared of snakes, how come this boy is not scared of snakes? I am able to trace it. Even Sadhguru has mentioned it in his book somewhere. I am able to trace his friendship with the snakes to his previous lifetimes. You know, some 400 years back, in his third birth from now, he was known as a boy by the name Bilwa, and he was killed by because of snake bite. He was killed by people by making a very venomous snake bite him. And in the next 2 lifetimes also, he has mentioned that all his sadhanas were so intense, and some of his sadhanas were centered around the venom of the snake. Maybe this is what we call, not maybe, this is what we call vasanas. In Sanskrit, vasana means memory. So, what had happened some 2 lifetimes back or 3 lifetimes back, now this is, we are carrying it to the present lifetime as some, and we exhibit it as some of our qualities. So, as human beings, all of us have good qualities and bad qualities. There is no problem about the good qualities. But if we have brought some bad qualities through generations, then it's high time we identified those bad qualities, and it's high time we try to remove it from our life. Because the concept of vasanas is very true. So that can be very vividly seen in this case. That is what I want to highlight. Okay, see, we inherit a lot of qualities, good and bad, from our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, even their parents. We do not know. They say in the past 7 generations, these qualities are being transmitted through genes. So we inherit a lot of qualities, and in our own lifetime itself, in the previous birth, in the previous birth to that, we are having a lot of experiences. We are exposed to a lot of experiences in every lifetime, and these experiences are registered or recorded in the memory, and that is what we exhibit. So the closeness between Jaggi Vasudev and the snakes is the continuation of his previous lifetimes. Okay, so these are the 2 important things, highlights of this video, and that is why I thought I will share it with you. Okay, I hope you have liked this video, and please stay tuned for the next video where I will be sharing some more incidences that happened in his life. Okay, so may God bless you. Bye. Take care.